Hello again, another Zero to Hero. This time Northridge. Investment is 2,000 coin. Because that's how much it costs to enter it. You're investing your health and hydration and food. It would cost 2,000 to bring them back up to 100%. So the investment is 2,000 coin. These videos are specifically to make money instead of trying to gamble, because sometimes you just want to have fun with friends, and that's cool. I do it all the time where I get a group of friends and I don't think about the money. I just buy gear, right, so that I could be there to actually contribute to fights and not die with a couple shots, and yeah. But if I'm just solo trying to make money, this is what I do. I just play Zero to Hero. I find playing Zero to Hero forces you to get better, because you have no backup, you have no armor, you have no firearm. You're using just a knife, and you're using distance. You're using cover. And you have to use those circumstances to your favor, or else you're going to find yourself in difficult situations. But if you are successful in managing, if you're successful in managing those things, if you can make your circumstances work for you, it'll be much easier to make money. See how you used cover? Now he's gonna obviously shoot me, but there it is. Let's put on this. Okay. So obviously you want to use the bus for cover in this situation, right? While you're looting, and while you're looting, you want to like that camera. Let's put that in the case. It's 3K. That should cover last game's investment as well as this one. So you could use ammo to take this bot out, but you really want to make the best with what you have. I think this is a 10-round clip. It is. Alright, that's unfortunate. Usually you get a 30-round clip with the AKM, but not this time. That is a player, I believe. And if it's not, he's shooting at one. So we're gonna... That's a bot player. So he's nice to take this one out. You want to use cover. Use cover to help you survive. You want to quickly loot the bot for the contents. Get a nice shotgun here. Should be good. Just the shotgun itself is just worth, the price you paid to get in the raid. Look at this. It's a player bot, right? Sometimes the game spawns bots that look like players. Now you see this rig and the rig and the body armor are kind of different. One has both. One is a armored rig and the other one is an unarmored rig. I prefer the unarmored rigs, as you can switch up the armor if your armor gets too messed up, and you don't have to switch the rig as well. I just find that a little bit more convenient than the armored rig. It's too bad we didn't find a bandage Usually the bots have bandages and sometimes med kits on them, so it's in your best interest to fully search them if you're in need of that. This is kind of a risk because like you don't know if there's people camping out here or not. I could get you see that? There's a bandage right there. That's gonna help us at least not bleed out. That's a stamp. That's worth 1 or 2K, so I'm gonna take that. So in total I have around, oh, see there's footsteps behind me. See that on the right? So hopefully we don't get shot in the back here. We could, but hopefully we don't. That's probably a player, by the way. So we have a shotgun that can kill in 2 shots depending on the accuracy to the legs. So we kind of want to just make the most of this clip that we have in the mag. Should be good. That's I'm gonna reload this clip here. Increase our chances of winning a fight here. Now remember those footsteps we saw outside, that's probably a player outside, so you want to keep that in the back of your head so that that might be something to consider if you're trying to. I don't know if that's a player or a bot. I'm gonna assume it's a player. That's how you should think. You always want to, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, right? Obviously the safe's not looted. And we get some money, I think. So this money is probably, this blue thing is probably worth just as much. But we have movement over here. Hopefully I loot this fast enough to, oh perfect. That's what I wanted. So that's gonna help us win a gunfight. You can probably tank 1 or 2. That's a player. You see those fast footsteps? That's probably a player. So what we're gonna do is just stand here until they, now you can't really see them, right? But you can see the white marks. When those white marks walk up to here, they're right in front of you, right? And obviously they're gonna peek. They're gonna stop and they're gonna peek, and you're not gonna hear movement for at least 1 second. And then you're gonna hear movement when they come towards you. That's when you peek over like this and shoot their legs out, right? That's what you want to do. So we're gonna do that. They're gonna come in front. Oh, they're still downstairs. Okay, so they obviously don't want to advance, so we'll advance to them. You can. Oh, that's a. Okay. Perfect. We got some shotgun ammo. This shotgun ammo is a little bit lower quality. Look at that. Somebody ran right past me. Did you see that? So we're gonna go and take them out right now. Hopefully they're not too crazy. Boom. See? 2 shots to the legs. They're gone. Didn't even get wounded on that one. It's pretty good. Oh, T4. That's fortunate. Look at that. So the scope on this, look at this. The scope on that, I think just by itself is worth like 20K. So we're going to put that in here. That's really fortunate. We got really fortunate to get that kill. Look at this bag. This bag by itself is worth 20K. So what we're going to do is we're not going to waste more time. We're just going to take this and leave. We're going to take this and leave. Right, so okay. We really gotta leave now, so let's go and mark the, oh, we have the key. Actually, we're not gonna use the key because we're gonna pretend that we don't have money for it, because this is for the players that need to actually learn how to make money. So we're gonna go all the way over there. I know we shouldn't, because we just got a nice big haul here, so but we're gonna do that. Just because we're gonna be considerate to all the players who who don't have money. Since it's bots, I'm just gonna linger here a little bit more and loot whatever I can. Wonder what ammo this is. HP. It's good for the legs. High damage to the legs, so we're gonna keep that. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language about that. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's a ways away, but still, it's worth it. For the amount of money we have, it's worth it. And of course, you could get hit trying to get out of here. It's part of the game. So, most people get really depressed when they get a nice kill like this and they just die. But you have to remember, that you're trying to make profit, right? And sometimes you need to take risks, and dying is included in that risk. So, but sometimes you can get lucky, and you know, with the stuff you find in boxes, and if your circumstances are right, and if you take the right decisions, you could win gunfights, which result in, you know, nice loot. A thing which really plagues new players when they're starting to just get the, you know, when they're just starting out. Look at that setup. That's a bot. So we're just gonna keep moving. So one thing that plagues new players is the controls. Okay, I used to use the default controls that you get when you first create an account and you enter a game. You'll get default controls. Okay, I used to use that for months and months, and I got good at those controls, and I got used to those controls, and I could see other players, you know, just running circles around me. They could just, their movement was better, their reaction time was better, and I used to wonder why. And you know, I had some friends that told me they were using 4 fingers instead of a 2-finger layout, which the default layout is when you first create an account. It's meant for 2 fingers, right? But you can actually customize your layout, right? You can change the buttons, where they are, how big they are. You can change different settings. And I find this is like the most important part in becoming a better player, is changing your settings so so you're able to improve, right? So the ceiling is higher for whatever you're able to, you know, work with, right? Like, if your controls are limiting your potential, then you need to change your controls, right? To be able to, you know, cater to your needs, you know. That's what customizing your layout does. It puts the buttons exactly where they're easier to access. It changes your settings to make it easier to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And that's one of the things I had to, it was really uncomfortable for me after I learned how to, you know, just use the default setting, because I was using it for months. And the biggest problem I had was learning this new 4-finger layout, right? It was something I had to get used to, as well as the gyroscope. The gyroscope, I feel, is goes hand in hand with the custom layout. Once you have the custom layout, I feel the gyroscope. Like I'm gonna use it right now. This is the gyroscope that I'm using. Right, I'm shaking my phone. I'm moving my phone from like moving my phone around, right, and it moves the screen around. This is so handy when you're firing your gun because your gun will naturally go upwards, right? The recoil will bring your gun upwards, and all you have to do to actually manage the recoil when it's going upwards is tilt your phone downwards, and the recoil will bring your gun upwards, and your gyroscope will bring it downwards, right? So it'll kind of like settle in the middle. It'll settle where you want it to be, and that's so perfect and so good when you're in gunfights, right? Because you know you're not controlling the recoil with your thumb, right? You're not dragging your thumb down to control the recoil. You can just tilt your screen, which is perfect. And I think it's what some of the pros use, right, to control the recoil. I think they use really, really, really high recoil weapons like the FAL, and they use the what is it, aim assist. Aim assist kind of like stops your aim from moving side to side. Not so much up and down, but it kind of helps you with the side movement. So if your recoil is kind of like tilting your aim to the side, aim assist kind of keeps it where it needs to be. But the gyroscope helps with the up and down, right? Where the aim assist helps from the side to side. So you need those two. You need the aim assist with the high recoil weapons, and you need the gyroscope. Those two together with the custom layout gives you the tools necessary to become a better player. You'll just be a better player by yourself. You invest the time, you will get better, but you have to kind of like break in, right? You have to break in the new layout. It's going to be uncomfortable for the first, for the first however many raids it needs to be for you to be comfortable. But if you can get comfortable with this, it'll be something that you can't play without. I would not go back to the default layout if you paid me. I wouldn't do it. But I remember when I was playing the default layout, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want the four finger layout because I knew that I would have to adjust. I would have to get used to, get comfortable to this new custom layout, which was the hardest part in becoming a better player. So yeah, I got lucky with everything in this raid. Circumstances were good. Everything was good. I got lucky with the bandage when I was bleeding in the beginning of the raid. I got good enough weapons where I could kill more bots and so on and so forth. Got lucky with the positioning when I was killing that player. So all in all, this raid probably got me 100,000 if I'm not mistaken, around 100. I'd say around 100, give or take. So 176,000 coin. Which, if we were to go 0 to hero again, that would be around 85 raids. I think that's around 85 raids worth of 0 to hero. So in that one raid, you can play 85 times. You can die 85 times before you'll go broke. You understand? And usually, when you first create an account, you're given more than enough money to actually succeed in the account. I find that if you go in with tier 3 armor, tier 2 armor, and you try to make something of it, sure, it'll help you, but nothing compares to skill. Like, you could bring T6 armor into a raid and you can get totally smoked by an imposter, right? It totally depends on your skill. This is why I prefer to get better rather than to, bring the gear to compensate for my lack of skill. right? I prefer to fill it in with skill. I prefer to get better, suffer, die however many raids I need to die playing zero to hero until I can actually succeed in most of my zero to hero games. Okay. Now, this is one way to make money. Another way to make money is to use your skill and exploit your skill to see how much you can get away with in high difficulty raids. We're talking about Forbidden Zone, $80,000 entry fee with the $12,000 entry fee, $80,000 gear fee that you need to have just to be able to get in there. Most of the stuff that you find in there is going to be instant profit, right? Um, you know, most of the safes in there are going to contain yellows or reds. If not, they're going to contain a bunch of purples, right? Each purple is at the very least worth over 2,000-3,000, right? At the very least, right? I think the lowest purple that you can get is like 1.8 or 1.9 right now. I think it's the RAM or something like that. It's very cheap. But if you get, like, you're not just getting that. Like, in the drawers, you'll find keys and stuff like that in the Forbidden Zone raids. So once you have the skill to actually exploit the maps, right? You exploit the maps. That's what you do, right? Unless you're comfortable with the zero to hero, which is my case. I have the skill to go into Forbidden Zone and play, but it's a very high stress environment. It demands all of your attention. If you don't invest that in every single game, you'll lose money. You'll lose a lot of money. So zero to hero is really laid back with the potential of making so much money, right? I went in with nothing. How much did I leave with, bro? I left it with 176,000. That's 85 zero to hero raids potentially that I can go and make more money, right? Each raid could yield the same or more, because you're going in with nothing. It's important to, like I said, when you're starting out, to really use everything to your advantage. Use cover, use distance. Think about how you're going to spend the ammo that you get from the bots, because you can use ammo to eliminate more bots, but that's less ammo that you have to eliminate players with, right? And depending on your situation, you may regret using those rounds on a bot. Then you could have regretted everything and said, oh, I shouldn't have spent my SMG rounds on a bot. I could have spent it on using leg meta on a player that I didn't have the rounds for. So all of these choices that you make contribute to the success you're going to have inside of a raid. It's very important, and you can practice. The best place to practice is zero to hero. You go in with a couple thousand coin worth of investment, and you try to make the best of it. That's how you become a better player. That's how you make money. That's how you can eventually exploit high value maps. But it all depends on you, yeah, it all depends on you. I hope that helped. I'll see you next vid. Bye.